Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 63 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. A first carry now. This is Williams. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Davian Williams, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Cooper was the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And a cut. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. So they start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott looking deep in the direction, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 69 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go.
Yo.
And you're right on schedule at 14 points.
You hear me?
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
That's your last one. That's your last touchdown. I knew you called me because I switched on my defense. You know you don't catch on me like that. Papa, you know you don't catch on me like that, man.
He's marked down at the 21-yard line.
All right. I'm going to show you. You know I'm finna show you. I won't slip like that no more. The rest of the
Chiefs
day.
Offense about set to begin this drive.
You finna have to work for it.
Hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is
You finna have to work for it, coach.
This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Williams. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to regain the lead. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Now Prescott. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell him to...
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a second down coming up. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Mahomes. And an alley to run. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 2nd down, Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time, as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Butker able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
22 yards there, a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47.
Kill. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 66, pull it, pass. We're going to 54, wide 26.
Prescott yet again. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. To throw is Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. The 30. 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, pretty happy with what you're saying. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant. You're checking your play sheet. You're going through your memory banks of all the tape you've watched. You've got to come up with something, anything that'll help slow them down.
Searching for answers. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill. 47.
So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Prescott from the gun. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 79 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2.
And partner, in all of our talks with head coaches, they talk about having multiple two-point plays ready in today's NFL. They may have to go to an alternate one now after that penalty.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it when
through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. A quick throw here out to Cobb. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right?
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. The 40, 20, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
It got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove.
And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes taking it in. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. That's complete to Cobb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they listen.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 43 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Cooper was the target there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott looking middle, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run it again with Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 30 yards there, and of course the 1st down as well.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Now Mahomes, flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes, flush to his right, and his throw is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Check. Right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receiver.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And a short 3-yard pickup gets them up to the 15. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Here's Elliott. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Make it 20, nigga. You got lucky. Make it 20, nigga.
And control of the football, switching hands here.
Make it 20, nigga.
Time remaining in this contest. The Chiefs offense
is
set to begin this drive.
Make it 20.
A little bit of time left here, but
double them in.
Going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me,
double them in, man.
The clock, shake hands, congratulations.
Double them in.
Because now, you're not going to make up.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
Double up.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted.